so let's start with SnP500. Okay, so we are SnP500 is back to balance. We were one time framing up on the daily since this day right here, since what is this, May 2nd. We left one gap, two gaps, and then finally yesterday we broke this low, the Tuesday's low, and now we're back in balance on the daily. So now we're sitting right at the 20-day point of control. This is an area where we had some balance back in at the beginning of April, and we found acceptance again here above the 50 daily moving average. But you know, two RTH gaps in a row make me a little suspicious, and you know, I'm looking for at least a little break from this rally. This was a pretty big rally from 50.30 to 52.32, so like 200 points, right? So we need a little break, right? And we need to digest this move. So and you can see that even after the news today, we were not able to break this high. And yesterday, it looks like buyers were trying to get above here, and they kept being sold at this area. So, you know, for today, if we break this high from yesterday, I will be looking for a move into this high volume node right here at 22. The target, if you measure the target from this axis to the point of control, you get an approximately 52.25, but I'll be happy if we get to 52.22 if we get a breakout here. I don't know if we can have a continuation. I see here high delta at these levels as 52.16 and 52.30, and those are levels that I expect some time to take some time to resolve to the upside. So you can see that now the top of this range was right before this 52.16. So if we break this high, I'll target 52.22 as the first target, and then see if we can continue to move into this 52.30. If we get above this, then I'll target this 52.42, which is this high volume node from back in, I don't know when, April, I think. I mean, early, I think early April. I don't know, I have to check, but somewhere there. Anyway, now in the middle of this is going to be chop. So nothing unless we break yesterday's high for me. If we move below yesterday's value, you can see here there's going to be a lot of support at 52.04. So below that, I would wait for a break. Even if we get below value, I would wait a little bit to make sure that we can hold below 5200. I think that's going to be a more clear short, because we might find some buying here. You can see this low volume area. That's going to act a little bit as support. We have all this excess here on the overnight and on yesterday's RTH session. So if we if I'm gonna be looking for a short, I want 5200 to hold, right? And then if that's the case, my first target obviously is gonna be yesterday's low, and then 51.84 the untested point of control from Tuesday, I believe. No, Monday, I'm sorry. No, Tuesday, right? What day is this? Thursday? Yeah, Monday. And then obviously here we have the 50 daily moving average. So if we break this, then I'll be looking for a gap fill and see if buyers defend this area, and then we go back into the 84 high volume node. But if we get into the range from Friday, then we could attract more sellers, and then first test this point of control and then the 51.44. That would be the next target to the downside, and then we'll be trading in this range. But I don't think we're gonna get that far today, but just keep that in mind. NQ, where are you, NQ? Okay, NQ. So NQ is putting a lot of volume here at this level. You can see a very prominent point of control at 187-ish. And I had a target here, 18,300. We couldn't get there. Like we're meeting a lot of selling here. So it's the same scenario. If we break yesterday's high, we can target 18,300. I think NQ looks a little more bullish, but I don't know. It's having a hard time. It needs to get through this 18,240 in order for us to be able to move higher. But so that's why I'm gonna use yesterday's high as my break to see if we can take a breakout trade into the 18,300. Other than that, I keep an eye on both at the same time to see where we're going. If I see them both moving together, then I might look to see which one has the best opportunity. But I usually look at ES more for a guide because NQ can run stops easier. All right, crude oil. Hold on 1 second. Okay, crude oil. So it did what was expected, right? It went to the bottom of the range. When I first looked at this was the range, the light purple right here. This was the range, the 90-day volume profile. And when I first looked at it, the bottom of that range seemed a little too far because we had already come down from, the 90s. So I didn't think we were gonna test the bottom side of that range, but we did, and then we found buyers, and then we traveled all the way to the point of control and now to the top of the range. Now we see the 200 moving average and the low volume area that should act as resistance. You can see that overnight we got there and then we're pulling back. So if we're not able to get through this area, I'm gonna look for a move back into here, 78.95, and we have all this high volume layer. All of this we could move through this easy to the 78.50 also. But if we get above the 200, I would say above 80.20, you see that this big delta bar. So if we get above this and hold 80.20, then I would look for a long into this area where the 21 EMA is. the monthly pivot, and this high volume node at 81.15. So all this area becomes a target, 81. But we need to hold above 80.20 for that. Gold. Gold is in the middle of the range. It's in the middle of the range, and so what I mean, of course, now it's moving. It just tested this untested point of control from this session, but I would be looking for shorts at 23.64 and longs in this area. In the middle is going to be choppy. There's a lot of back and forth. Right now it looks like it found support here and it wants to move higher. So if it keeps moving higher, I would target 23.45 and then here 23.56. But I haven't been trading much gold, day trading much gold, because it likes to run stops and don't like day trading it too much. But it's good to keep an eye for our strangles. Like we know that now, it's in the middle of a range, so it's not trending, and strangles are gonna work good in this as long as we stay within range. All right, I think that's it. What is it? Oh, news. There's really today we just have the 4-week bill auction at 1:30. Oh, and we have the 1 p.m. 30-year bond auction. So that usually is we see a lot of hedging flows like around noon. So just be mindful of that. If you haven't made your goal before noon, just know that there's gonna be a lot of chops starting at noon. So don't try to force it. And then we're likely to see a move after the auction. And then we have Fed speaking at 2 p.m. And tomorrow we have more Fed speaking in the morning, and University of Michigan more Fed speaking at noon. So we still have some triggers for some more volatility. All right, good luck.